Coercive control tactics. I have to share these things because it's the life that me and my son is living. It's what has been manufactured. So I have to share these things. Let me rephrase that. I choose to share these things. Coercive control tactics. Trying to force the target's hand so that they can gain access in the way they want to gain access to something and someone, minus the annoyance. My son and I had to make, which was manufactured. I now know that all of that was manufactured to have us in this position, because it's the situation of you're damned if you do, if you're damned if you don't. If you stay, you might be dead. If you go, you might be dead. If you stay, they're gonna do all sorts of things to you and nobody cares, and you're gonna report things and nobody cares because the whole town is corrupt. And then if you go and you don't have the proper resources, we're gonna restrain all of that. So hopefully you'll be forced to make a choice you don't want to make, and if you don't make that choice, then you're seen in some kind of way. So I'm putting this out here in the universe. I will start to put complaints about agencies, companies, and you name it. Because again, programs are failing. Programs are just that. They're sterile, they're lifeless, and to some extent BS. Okay? Because again, we have been assisted. Up until now, we're assisted, or should I say up until here soon on Friday. They can extend, but they're not. Now, why aren't they? Have they been contacted? Have these agencies that was once so willing to assist, have they been contacted by some corrupt official to no longer assist my son and me, at least not in the way, is assisting him by way of forcing me to place him in some stranger's place? Their goal is trying to separate me and my son. No program worth its salt is supporting such behavior. When these programs offer support under crises, it tells you that they can continue to if they wanted to. Ain't nobody stupid. I just look like this. Coercive control tactics, manipulating the choice options, taking advantage of vulnerable situations. That's what coercive control is. If someone is not given any other options, what would they do? So give them no other options so that they'll be forced. They can kiss my black ass. With their fake caring. To automatically believe anything that any so-called official, famous person says, puts an indictment on the programs as far as I'm concerned. Because the real truth is people are purchased, whether that's an exchange of favors, whatever you want to call it. Reducing my son and myself to a number with the fake help that don't always be help, and you spend hours looking at shit that don't go nowhere for their own high. Some of these people so fucked they don't even know they're fucked for their own weird sense of satisfaction, whether it's a religious itch, a racist itch, a misogynist itch, whatever be floating about people's brains. Okay? To watch myself or my son, folks like us, suffer or struggle unnecessarily, So the science project, I'm going to make a science project out of. Everything that I experience, I will be doing reviews on. See, now people are going to have bad business. And people are going to listen to me too. They are going to listen. You want to know why? Because I'm going to communicate it in an educational, calm, and cool, collected manner with facts and relevance that gets people attention. So if my life is being played with and puppeteered behind the scenes to force decisions, I'm going to make sure everybody go under the gun. Everywhere I go, everything that I do, I will review. And I'll have something to say about it publicly. That is correct. To prove the bureaucracy, and how the help is fake. Workers are just that, they're workers. I was once upon a time in case management. I know how 401c's, nonprofits, I worked for one. Actually worked for more than one. But let's just say this, I am aware. The workers, how they keep their job, which is how they pay their bills, which is how they pay their child support, which is how they do all the things in which they do, they are under review. They have to show that they are worth continuing to be on that payroll. And a part of doing that is there needs to be a trail of them sharing all the resources that they're supposed to be sharing, which is BS though. To me, all that is BS, because, and here's where I'm going with that. That's BS because 80-20, 80%, they haven't even looked into any of them themselves most of the time. I'm just saying. So they may have a database or, a list of, give them this, this, and this, and this, all the options and resources. And it sounds like don't it sound deep? It sounds like, and it looks like, for all intensive purposes, like they're being helpful. It covers their ass to make it look like they're doing their damn job. They have you filling out forms, answering questions to no avail. The shit was a waste of goddamn time. What purpose did they serve beyond? Because see, I'm about solution. When you're someone like myself and my son who has gone through the ringer, you can care less about the bureaucracy. Time is money, that's their attitude, but it's so it is with the target, because the clock be ticking and they need shit done, not another questionnaire to entertain somebody. These are chances are folks possibly watching me on TikTok. I guarantee you someone is. And they dehumanize folks like myself and my son, because if they hadn't, none of them would be conducting in this manner. None of them would. This torture program, this science project, I'm going to make a science project out of. And put everybody under fire. Not the kind of press or attention that they would like. Because I know everybody says all press is good press. Not necessarily, kind of just depends. Coercive control. What would the lab rat do if in the background everything is going manufactured against them? Somebody is going to crawl up the shit for brains person and you know, puppeteer them to no longer be of assistance. What is the lab rat going to do? Are they going to put their traumatized adult disabled child who's been subject to occult abuse, poison, all sorts of shit, unjustly by their own fucking relatives, along with every other lowlife that the mother, along with every other trash bag that they came across, and they crazy, whacked ass, retarded ass, cross-eyed ass, inbred motherfuckers. Are they going to, because if not, you know, they're going to put them there, which is what we want. So we can have control and be rid of her. He's a dollar sign to programs, and I'm going to prove it. There's exceptions to every rule. It always is. If they tell you differently, they're lying. It always is. What happens is, since our lives are being trailed and people are purchased, I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt, people are purchased. This is why people do the switch up on you in a New York minute. 1 second they're kind, and the next moment, for no reason, all of a sudden they acting strange and brand new. It's because that poison, that contamination then got in that air, or that thing that been dangled in front of them. They're not going to fucking have them. I'm going to reach in archives. I'm going to complain. I'm going to do all sorts of shit. I'm going to have fun with this now. Since my son's life is being done this way, I'm going to make sure that everybody gets the things that they don't want. As a part of it. Meanwhile, me, of course, attempting to remedy, but in the part of the process, because this is injustice. On top of the fact, people, like, there's shit that belongs to me and my son. We shouldn't even be in this. We should not even be dealing with this. But because fat cats, greedy cunts and fucks, and every other name that I can think of in the dictionary that would depict trash, decided differently is the only reason. People who wanted to save their own asses and them and their family, and they made shady deals, and they think this is what's going to secure, and they're going to be in for a surprise if they haven't already discovered that. Playing with my life. My son and I will be homeless as of Friday. Some of you all out there, I'm not going to even talk to you because I'm not even really addressing the low lives. So let me delete that loose real quick. Let me go ahead and pull that out. Let me cancel and delete, destroy, and create that loose, that supply. Had a good opportunity today. I spoke with my cat. I saw him. Actually, because I found a good family for him, and they agreed to let me stay connected. So I got to FaceTime Osiris the cat. He has a little kitten that he has to look over, a beautiful home, nice family. He ain't got to worry about weirdos coming in there doing weird satanic rituals. Ain't got to have no fucking weirdo ass haters coming in there as soon as his owners leave, doing weird shit because they're mentally ill. You don't have to worry about crazy maintenance, meth heads, or whatever the fuck. You don't have to worry about any of that. Weird ass. He's happy. He was happy to hear me. I was happy to see him. He was on his little special place. She's got so much room, beautiful home, backyard, and he has like this little thing he could sit on high in this window. And so I'm like, oh my God. Then he was in the sink. She sent me pictures of him. And I was like, oh my God, I cried because I love Osiris. And so part of what's going to be happening is in the name of vengeance for him and my son. And me. Because I sought all the appropriate authorities to no avail. I sought all possible options that I could in Texas, which only led me to believe that the whole thing was contaminated. Nothing was ever properly handled or dealt with. I'm talking Beaumont Housing Authority. I'm talking police. I'm talking Lone Star. I'm talking every avenue in which I sought throughout that time once I discovered what was happening. So to those of you out there who ends up seeing this, because I'm certainly not talking to the trash that's here. Any of you out there that ends up seeing this is what they do. It is called covert, coercive control tactics. So I'm going to make a science project out of every contact, every experience, every encounter. I'm not going to give it too much. I'm just going to give it just the kind of exposure that is a potential problem for them. What does the lab rat do when forced? That's what this is about. Put them in danger, tamper with their health, because that's what they were doing in Texas. We were poisoned several times. I have pictures. I got all kind of data that don't make no goddamn sense. And I attempted time and time again. Every time I would leave, you would think, like I said, you would think I was famous, but without all the spiffs. Every time I go somewhere, you have all these people driving like I said, bats out of hell, like they didn't take their prescribed medication. Driving around in psychological warfare tactics that the public is not aware of, and they take advantage of the fact that the public is not aware of it. Having people constantly come up in my space, no social distancing, being weird, saying weird shit, throwing shit out of cars. This was our life in Texas. When I would leave or have my son leave, take him somewhere, they're doing weird shit. This is all reported. I got pictures, I got data, it goes on and on. This is what led me to believe what I believe. They stole his EBT card. I'm going to say that one to the end of time, because they did. And no, it wasn't lost. They stole it. I know where it was last, and then it wasn't there no more. They stole it. Nope, this has not been a Paul shit. Nope, 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 nope. Getting sick. We're not people who really do. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a certain lifestyle. So when certain stuff start to happen, it makes you calls into question what the fuck is going on. Weirdos looking like nigga. Motherfuckers looking like they got, I don't know, they got that look, nigga. It's like, it's a cult. They're all bugged out. They're all, you know, I don't know how to describe it. I just know it's off. Weird fixation on my son and me is enough for me. The weird fixation on us is enough for me. I don't care if it's because somebody trying, like I said, I don't care if it's because they're trying to get it with some nigga. Well, gosh, people are so outdated. Man, I'll tell you what, people are like behind about a good 30 years, bitch. Because ain't nobody, nigga, ain't nobody. That shit old, nigga. That's 30 years ago vibe. Ain't nobody on that shit. Ain't nobody that damn thirsty no more. Nobody. Ain't nobody that thirsty no more nowadays. You don't have to be. In a time where anything goes, anybody can get somebody. Ain't nobody that thirsty no more. Child. Or, like I said, these weirdo cults, these occultists, these masons, you know, the people who are operating from distortion, doing weird shit. They all know who they are. Let's see what she's going to do. What she's going to do next is going to surprise you. I am going to dig into archives. I'll end up manifesting something. I don't know what. I might manifest somewhere for us to say, do I want to do this? No, I don't want to do this. But this is what it is right now. I got us out of Texas. Now this is all going to just help me to prove how this shit has been following me around. They're helping me. Is what they're doing. Oh, we want to keep the secret. Corrupt, fake good, fake saved, fake holy, fake woke, fake spiritual, fake philanthropist, fake good person. People see me on social media, and then, like I said, famous without the spiffs. You know what I'm saying? You don't got the money and the entourage and the bouncers. You know what I'm saying? So you famous. You got people and their curiosity and their weirdness. It's like, I'm a person. My son is a person. Folks like us. We're people. I'm going to prove how corrupt humanity has become. I'm going to prove that 80% of humanity are purchasable. I'm going to prove that most of them aren't as moral as even they think they are. I'm going to prove that too. Let me change that. I am proving it. I am. I got us out of Texas. Nope, not through the GoFundMe. I did what I had to do when a situation permitted, because the situation was getting progressively worse. And I got sick and tired of calling degenerates. I got tired It's like, okay, I never, okay, okay, let me put you on a list because you one of them too, bitch, shit, fuck it. This fucking disconnected. NPC just disconnected. Just operating on a script. It's spooky. It's fuck. It's scripted. They don't even know. They're just floating, bitch. Scripted. No warmth, no depth, no presence, void. Which means scripted, automation. You're sitting there talking to me like nigga, bitch, nigga, bitch, bitch, nigga, nigga, bitch, bitch, nigga, nigga, bitch, bitch, nigga, nigga, bitch, 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 nigga, bitch. That's what you be wanting to say. Now, we're not saying it, but you kind of, it's the vibe where you almost want to go, psh, psh, you almost want to slap, thinking that maybe that'll snap some a line as wait. Like bitch, psh, psh, psh. Nigga, bitch, bitch, nigga, nigga, bitch, bitch, nigga. I know some people hate that I cuss, but I love it. I love it. Like these are people. What are you? What? Hello. You want to knock on the door? You almost go hello, shit, nigga. Hello. Did you hear the words? And are they computing? Is this did you understand that this is a person that go? People say stuff like, I consider myself. No, they don't. No, they do not. That's a lie too. Because humans behave differently when they are put in this situation. They are intelligent to a degree. It's all theory. And I have to take, I swallow that on my own side. It's all theory. You can read a bunch of books, get a whole lot of certifications, and sit down behind a lot of computer screens and have lots of Zoom meetings. And all of it is theory. That's all it is. When you're looking hindsight in retrospect or from bird's eye view, without life being a factor, it is very easy to sit there and go down a bullet pointed list of parameters. I'm gonna blow the rooftops off of a whole lot of shit. Because all that stuff sounds cute and it serves to a degree. All rules are made to be broken. That's how some of them got the positions they got to fucking begin with. Life is not linear. Crises is not linear. You can't cookie cut everything. All sorts of variables determine variables and variables and variables. People's background, people's age, people's health, other external factors that's unforeseen that one may not know of that has had a role in a current situation. Humans like to say, but I guarantee you, they lying, and they themselves may not even know that they're lying. Because see, we have been privy, my son, myself, and folks like us, we are the science project. So we're in it. Torture program, science project for various different groups, for various different reasons. So we're living. Everyone else just sits back and talk about what they would do if it were them. If it were me, I don't know if I would have left. Yeah, that sounds real nice and cushy and even ideal. But if you were getting sick, and if your children were getting sick, you're watching them being tortured. Every time you leave, you come back, something is strange and strangely done. See, it's easy to say that. I don't know if I would have done that. Yeah, because you don't have all the variables. You don't have the living experience that determined the abruption. You don't know what these people have been doing because they wear fucking masks. You don't know how far deep their connections may or may not go as to be able to influence the person's life to that extent. You don't know. Try to take your kid out for a meal, you might come back poisoned, hives all over. After so many times that that's happening, you call cops, you call this one, you call that one to no avail. You really don't know until you're in it. Catching people throwing shit at your door, putting shitty Pampers, being disruptive, like they didn't take their medication. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. That's the thing about humans. You do not. You sit down and you'll listen to an example. Let's give an example. Yeah, it's still theory. What if you're already stressed out? What if you're borderline adrenal fatigue? What if your child is compromised? And see all the variables that no one cares to look at because they're just too damn lazy. They're too fucking lazy and it's inconvenient. Well, you put yourself in a bad situation, yeah. But we're not under Alcatraz for them to do with us as they will. While getting high off of it, because that's what these people were being paid. Ooh, let's see if when we, have her walk around and yeah, so I just took that from him. I sure did. And I don't regret it. Now, their goal, now for some of them, if their goal was to displace, well, they have a temporary, empty, shallow victory leading to ultimate demise, as is always. Because now anger is erupted now. There's an anger beyond me that they gonna all deal with. You don't play with people's lives like a science project out of your own mental illness and ignorance and think it's gonna forever be well. That's ignorance in itself. You don't turn people's lives upside down, especially innocent life, for hire. It's time for a mental health check for some of these people. Long overdue. Long overdue mental evaluation. Because abusing an abusee and then them having trauma is not them having mental issues. I'm gonna shit over that one too. Emotional, physical, verbal, financial, psychological, because all these are forms of abuse. Controlling their resources is a form of abuse. Even if it's done secretly, even if it's done by whispering and y'all know how this shit go. That's still abuse, because the goal is to control an option, to limit option. And I'm also going to start sharing how, this culture of, I've never been with this kind of culture either. I've never operated this way myself. So maybe this is why I can't get with it. Even from the helper standpoint, because I've been like the helper type, you know what I'm saying? This whole, they shouldn't complain, or they should, not even want to say complain, because I don't think complain is a fair word. Complain has like a negative connotation when you say it. But to say that they should voice concern, or to have the unspoken silent expectation that they should not voice concern because of the fact that they're being assisted, that to me, that's just as off. It's back to this abuse culture of feeling like vulnerable populations should just eat dirt and do it with a fucking smile. And we're not talking about, I know that there's a fine line. I myself get it, and I acknowledge that there is a very fine line between snooty patootie, uppity privilege, pampered. I'm from the street. I get that. But I feel like that's all being pushed together with everything. That somebody that has concern about some basic stuff or voices something about some basic things is being put in a category of a snooty patootie, you know what I'm saying, Lululemon Linda carrying around her little small puppy in her little fancy bag. You see what I'm trying to say? That she has a problem that she doesn't have Avion water, or you see what I'm saying? They ain't got all they got is regular Arrowhead, bitch. And she's like, oh, I can only have Avion or Voss, or it's like, bitch, you have spring water here. We didn't even get faucet. There's a bottle of water, bitch. That I get. But when it comes to basics, like, okay, just basic shit, you shouldn't have to be wealthy, rich, privileged, or not in an imposition to, let me just say this, if ever I survive and make it as I foresee I will, to such a magnitude that I could be of some kind of a real assistance to humanity, I can tell you this right now, that shit ain't gonna be in my little damn program. We're not gonna be trying to humble and humiliate people because they don't have shit. We're not gonna be trying to make them feel and stay small and as if they should take our little dirt that we throw at them through the gate, bitch, because, bitch, nigga, at least we giving them something. That's people getting their trauma. To me, that's a trauma dumping kind of shit. People who are pissed with their life, whether they're saying it out loud or not, frustrated, tired, you name it, and they're vomiting. And then the way they vomit is they vomit it onto people who have a certain base expectation of a certain amount kind of a treatment. That's got to change. And if I hope that I'm one that gets to play a significant role in that. I hope. That's my plan. To where it's like, you don't have to be dehumanized or humiliated, or I don't expect you to eat dirt because you in need of help. I don't need your social, I don't need your blood type, I don't need your kids' blood, I don't need I don't need to make sure you stay feeling good and small while I look like I am a philanthropist. Because look, after all, I gave you a little po-ass some it's wrong, yo. It's still narcissism all day long. It's narcissism. Because you can't say nothing to a narcissist. I don't care how you say it. You can't. If you're implying you're not pleased with something, they usually have a problem with it, and then they'll do a passive-aggressive, retaliatory approach, because a lot of them don't have the boldness just to be 100% direct. And I believe that's a part of what some of this is, by the way. Sometimes people got stuff to hide. I mean, I can go on and on and on as to why folks start to act certain kind of ways, because they be knowing. Anywho, I have to go because now I'm already been on 42 minutes. I can't stay on here too long. I'll be popping in and out as I'm guided, as I get chances to come in, and I'm going to be logging. I'm doing some official logs and reports on everything that me and my son has experienced thus far, and I'm going to continue that. We may very well be homeless as of Friday. And there are programs that are set to be able to help and extend vouchers in California for 30 days. And they did not provide sufficient enough time for me to even get to that, because like everything and everybody else, ain't nothing instant. You call, you make appointments, you fill out stuff, you answer questions, you go through the whole spiel with everything and everybody else, and like everything and everybody else, it's really instant. And so they're not even honoring their own understanding of knowing. That's how I know what I know.